Today our topic is cloud computing, security and privacy. Today we as a team, Venugopal Reddy, Sri Varsha and Sharanya Reddy are going to present about cloud computing, privacy and security. First of all, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a delivery of different services through the internet. These resources include the tools and applications like data storage servers, databases, networking, and software. Rather than keeping the files on the hardware or the local storage device, cloud-based storage makes it possible to save them in a remote database. As long as an electrical device has access to the web, it has access to the data and the software programs to run it. The features of the cloud computing or cloud computing has grown increasingly popular among individuals who need larger larger storage space for the businesses seeking for efficient offsite offsite data backup solution. Cloud-based storage makes it possible to save files to a remote database and retrieve them on demand. Services can be both private and public. Public services are provided online for fee, while private services are hosted on a network to specific clients. Let's see how the cloud computing works. Cloud computing is named as such as because information being accessed is found remotely in the cloud or a virtual space. Companies that provide the cloud services enable users to store files and applications on remote servers and then access all the data through the internet. This means the user is not required to be in a specific place to gain access to it, allowing the users to work remotely. Cloud computing takes all the heavy lifting involved in crunching and processing data away from the device and you carry around or sit or work at. It also moves all your work to a huge computer clusters far away in cyber space. The internet becomes a cloud. Your data, work, and applications are available from any device and which are connected to the internet, and you can access it where in the world through the login credentials. Let's see the importance of the cloud computing. The next slide. Cloud computing is incredibly important because it's let peoples and businesses use powerful computers and software which is having the own or manage them. It's like returning what you need instead of buying and maintaining it. It makes it easier to work together, access information from anywhere, and quickly try to find new ideas. Cloud computing also helps the data keeps the data safe and makes technology more affordable, which is especially helpful for small businesses and individuals. It's like having a digital toolbox that makes work easier, more flexible, and more efficient. The cloud computing decreases the hardware and the software demand from the client side. The only thing that the user must be able to run in the cloud computing system interface software, which can be simple as web browser, and the cloud network takes care of the rest. We all have experienced the cloud computing some instance of time, like when we're using the Amazon Prime or Netflix, something like that. While accessing the email services, our data was stored in the client server and not on the computer. The technology and infrastructure behind the cloud is invisible. It is less important whether the cloud services are based on HTML, XSS, Ruby, or PHP, whatever the specific technologies, as far it is user friendly and functional. An individual user can connect to the cloud and can access the information mobile, whatever. Uh, Now let's discuss about cloud computing, privacy and security. That my teammate Vasha will continue from now.
Yeah. Coming to the cloud computing security and privacy, as we all know, the cloud computing brings open issues regarding the security and privacy of outsourced data. Due to its dynamic abstraction and scalability, applications and data outscored to the cloud have unlimited security boundaries and infrastructures. Another primary security concerns surrounding the adoption of cloud computing is it's like a multi-tenancy nature and sharing of virtualized resourced cloud providers such as like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and so on. And Amazon have recently accelerated their cloud computing infrastructure and services to support a more considerable amount of users. The issue of privacy and security will continue to grow because like cloud databases usually contain important sensitive information in it. So the cloud computing security and privacy are crucial aspects of utilizing cloud services for sorting, processing, and managing data. Cloud computing offers many benefits such as scalability, cost efficiency, and accessibility. But it also introduces a potential risks and challenges related to the protection of data and user privacy. And here are some of the considerations in cloud computing security and privacy. First one is data breaches, data loss, and multi-tenancy. To address these concerns and ensures robust cloud computing security and privacy, organizations should conduct a thorough risk assessment, implement appropriate security measures, and stay informed about the latest development in cloud security. Regular security audits, employment training, and proactive incident response planning are essential components of a comprehensive cloud security strategies. And coming to the next slide, it is about the cloud computing threat model. There are three types of threat model. First one is like a threat identification. The threat identification involves systematic recognition and categorizing potential security risks and vulnerabilities that could compromise the integrity, availability, and confidentiality of data and services within a cloud environment. These threats has a large range of malicious activities, including unauthorized access to sensitive data stored in the cloud, data breaches due to weak authentication mechanisms, insider threats from authorized users by thoroughly identifying these cloud-specific threats. And coming to the second one, it's a threat assessment. Threat assessment in cloud computing involves systematically evaluating and prioritizing security risk with the cloud environment, while also considering vulnerabilities in cloud infrastructure and applications. By analyzing the potential impact and likelihood of each threat, organization can focus on implementing effective mitigation strategies, which may include enhanced access control, encryption, and intrusion detection system. Along with these incident responses and shared responsibility model, contribute to a comprehensive cloud security strategy. Ultimately, the threat assessment empowers organizations to make informed decisions, allocate resources wisely, and maintain a secure cloud infrastructure. And coming to the third one is a threat mitigation. The threat mitigation in cloud computing involves a proactive implementation of strategies and measures to minimize and manage security risk with a cloud environment. To effectively mitigate threats, organizations employ a multi-phased approach. Robust access control and strong authentication mechanisms are essential to prevent the unauthorized access to sensitive data and resources. And the encryption techniques are utilized to protect data both at rest and in transit, safeguarding it from potential breaches. Regular security audits and the monitoring enable the timely detection of anomalies and potential breaches, facilitating shift incident response. And coming to the next slide, it's a types of cloud deployment models and their security implement. Basically, we have three main cloud models. Like first one is like public cloud. Coming to a public cloud, it is cloud computing deployment model, where a third-party cloud server providers own and manages resources, making them accessible to multiple users via internet while offering benefits like scalability and cost efficiency. Public cloud represent a notable security consideration. The shared nature of resources introduces potential risk of data breaches or unauthorized access. To mitigate this risk, robust data encryption should be employed for both storage and transmission. Organization must also address specific requirements and ensure that the cloud provider meets the necessary standards. And the second one is a private cloud. Uh, in this model, where the cloud resources include servers, storages, and applications are dedicated to a single organization and can be hosted either on a premises or by a third-party provider. This model offers enhanced control, customization, and security as the organization retains direct management over infrastructure. This controls or allows for tailored security measures, including encryption and network segmentation. They also require an organization to assume full responsibility for security management and the implementation of the robust security policies and regular monitoring. Coming to the third one, it's a hybrid cloud. And for this model, that combines elements of both a public cloud and the private cloud, allowing data and applications to the share between these environments. This model provides flexibility by enabling organizations to leverage the scalabilities and the cost efficiency of the public cloud for certain workloads while keeping the sensitive data or critical applications within a more controlled, keeping sensitive data or critical applications. However, managing a hybrid cloud introduces a unique security challenge. Ensuring consistent security policies across both public and private components is essential to prevent vulnerabilities. And coming to this next slide, my friend Sharanya will explain about that.
Coming to the cloud provider responsibilities, cloud provider responsibilities bear essential responsibilities in ensuring the security, reliability, and proper functioning of cloud services and infrastructure. They are accountable for the physical security of the data centers, safeguarding against unauthorized access and potential threats. This involves employing robust measures to protect the network infrastructure, including the firewalls and intrusion detection systems to prevent breaches. Cloud providers are tasked with maintaining the operational integrity of data centers, including power supply, cooling, and disaster recovery mechanisms to ensure uninterrupted service availability. Additionally, they manage the security of the virtualization technologies and hyperversions that underpin the creation and management of virtual machines. Coming to the consumer responsibilities, cloud consumer hold important responsibilities for safeguarding their data, applications, and configurations within the cloud environment. They are accountable for data security, encompassing the encryption of sensitive information at rest and during transmission. Properly managing access controls is imperative, ensuring that only authorized users have appropriate permissions to access resources. Cloud consumers must also focus on application security, implementing best practices to secure their applications against potential vulnerabilities like injection attacks and cross site scripting. Effective identity and access management practices entail managing users' identities, roles, and permissions to maintain proper access controls and prevent unauthorized usage. Coming to the data integrity. Data integrity in cloud computing is a fundamental concept that focuses on maintaining the accuracy, consistency, and trustworthiness of data stored and processed within the cloud environments. An organizational and organizations increasingly rely on cloud services in order to manage their data and applications. Ensuring data integrity becomes essential to prevent unauthorized alterations, corruption, or tampering. Cloud providers and consumers work collaboratively in order to implement a range of security measures, including encryption, access controls, monitoring to protect data integrity. Encryption techniques help secure data both at rest and in transit, safeguarding it from potential breaches. Data confidentiality. Data confidentiality in cloud computing is a fundamental principle that pertains to safeguarding sensitive information from unauthorized access or disclosure. As organizations increasingly migrate their data to cloud environments, ensuring the confidentiality of sensitive data becomes paramount. Cloud providers implement robust security measures such as encryption and access controls to prevent unauthorized parties, including cloud administrators and other tenants, from accessing confidential data. Encryption measures that is scrambled and unreadable to anyone without the appropriate decryption keys, even if they gain access to the underlying storage. Coming to the data availability. Data availability in cloud computing refers to ensuring that data and services are consistently accessible and operational for unauthorized users whenever they are needed. Cloud environments offer opportunities for organizations to scale resources and achieve high availability, but they also introduce unique considerations. Cloud providers implement redundancy, failover mechanisms, and load balancing to distribute overloads across multiple servers or data centers, enhancing availability. However, the disruptions such as hardware failures, network outages, or even provider related issues can still impact data access. Coming to the ISO or IES 27001 or 27002, they are prominent international standards that offer comprehensive guidance for establishing robust information security management systems and implementing effective security. These outlines the requirement for developing, implementing, and continually improving an ISMS, allowing organizations to systematically manage information security risks within their operational context. This involves conducting risk assessments, defining security policies, allocating roles and responsibilities, and implementing controls to mitigate identified risks. FedRAMP, the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, is a comprehensive initiative established by the US government to enhance the security and assessment of cloud services used by the federal agencies. FedRAMP standardizes the process for evaluating, authorizing, and continually monitoring the security of cloud products and services with the aim of improving overall security while streamlining assessment efforts and reducing costs. Through a structured framework, cloud services provider undergo rigorous security assessment to demonstrate compliance with established security controls and federal standards. PCI DSS, the payment card industry data security standard, is a globally recognized set of security standards designed to protect sensitive payment card data and ensure the secure processing, storage, and transmission of payment card information. Developed by major credit card companies, PCI DSS provides a comprehensive framework that outlines specific security requirements and best practices for organizations that handle payment and transactions. These requirements encompass a wide range of security measures, including network security, access controls, encryption, regular security testing, and the implementation of information security policies. Thank you.